Well, it was a controversial day 11 at the 2014 Asian Games after Indian boxer Sarita Devi was denied a place in the final after a poor decision by the judges there. Sarita Devi was clearly the better boxer in a semi-final bout against South Korean opponent Jina. She began slowly and it was hard to pick a winner after the first two rounds, but in the final two, Sarita clearly dominated the match. But shockingly, the judges awarded the final two in favour of Park. The crowd even booed the decision as Sarita had to settle for a bronze after being robbed of a place in the final. An emotional Sarita said the decision was unfair.
पहले से ये लोग सेटिंग करके रखा है, तो मुझे पता होते तो इतना मेहनत करके मैं रिंग में जाने खेलने की जरूरत नहीं, उसको डायरेक्ट हैंड ओवर कर सकते थे। पूरा फिक्स करके रखा हुआ था पहले से, तो बहुत दुख तो लग रहा है ऐसे, मतलब हम भी इतना मेहनत करके आया है तो 1 मिनट में ऐसे बेकार जाने दिया ये लोग ने। कभी किसी के साथ नहीं हो सकता, इतना डिसीजन गलत किया, पूरा वन साइडेड बाउट। एक ठीक है 1-2 पॉइंट डिफरेंस है, वो जिता दिया तो कोई बात नहीं, होते हैं कई बार, तो ये तो पूरा वन साइडेड बाउट में ना खुलेआम ओपनली चीटिंग किया, तो बहुत दुख लगा मुझे।
There is a provision that we can lodge a protest against that verdict, but the thing is we're not sure that the verdict will alter. The second verdict will come out in favor of the Indian boxer Sarita Devi.
It's highly unjustified.
Absolutely. This is highly unjustified and highly uncivilized.
वही maybe मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि it's really unfair. I don't know. I was very upset. हम लोग भी बहुत बुरा लग रहा है, तो कभी सोचा नहीं था ऐसे वन साइडेड मारा, तो मेरे ख्याल से बहुत गलत किया, कि ये डिसअपॉइंटेड, ये रियली अनफेयर मैच है।
All right, there you have it. Really a controversial defeat being faced there by Sarita. She is extremely disappointed, completely shocked, in disbelief of this decision, really. Boria Majumdar joining me right now. Boria, as I was mentioning, complete shock, disbelief and disappointment there for Sarita Devi. Also give us a sense of what the AIBA rules suggest now.
You can protest against this, but this has been going on in boxing for a long time. I mean, I've been writing about it for 4-5 years. I mean, if you see international commentators on boxing, they've been saying this subjective nature of boxing judgments have been plaguing boxing for a long time. Take the London 2012 games, same thing happened with British boxers who got home advantage. There was a clear case of bias. If anybody comes and tells us that the third round belonged to the Korean and not to Sarita Devi, that is unbelievable. This was one bout where the Indian was a clear winner. She was denied a place in the podium, in the gold or silver medal podium. This was very, very unfortunate. So whatever Sarita Devi is saying, she has every reason to grudge this. It's important that the Indian Chefs Commission raises a complaint right away, and because there is also a precedent that judgments have been overturned in the past. Question is how much pressure the Indians can put.
Okay, so it will really depend on how strongly does the Indian camp really take this matter. But Boria, for those of us who don't really understand the intricacies of how, scores are made in a boxing match, give us a sense, because we understand that there are not 1 but 3 judges sitting there at the time of the match.
Yes, there are 3 judges, and every round, there are 4 rounds for women's boxing, each of 2 minutes. And the 3 judges judge both competitors based on each round. In this case, the 2 judges in the second round judged, in favor of the Korean. And in the third round, which was overwhelmingly in favor of Sarita Devi, what happened was 2 judges ranked in favor of the Korean yet again. Now, that was the most unfortunate part. And how does it happen? The number of punches to the body. The number of body punches gets.
All right, Boria, hang on. I'm going to come back to you in just a bit. Meanwhile, Sarita Devi's husband, Chongtham Thoiba Singh, is now joining us from Incheon. Thoiba, thanks so much for speaking to us. Of course, you must be very disappointed, but give us a sense of what what you're planning to do about this.
We've just submitted the protest letter to the technical officials here in the Asian Games boxing event, and the that they'll review that decision, that particular box decision, and we are waiting for the decision, the review the committee's the decision of the particular board.
Thoiba, what exactly, according to you, happened? Because things were going, fine, really, and it was Sarita Devi all the way from the second round on. She was coming on very strongly with some well-timed jabs over there. What do you think happened?
Actually, it was very clear right from the beginning. Sarita dominated the ball till the end, and everybody saw that ball. And unfortunately, the verdict of the ball went in favor of the host country's boxer. This is against, not only against the Indian boxer, not only against India. This is against the spirit of the sports. And this is against the spirit of Olympic movement.
Right. We also heard, several other people also registering, even from the Korean camp. They also think that this decision, was clearly should have been in Sarita's favor, but went ahead with the Korean opponent's favor. So do you think that the match was perhaps, fixed, because there have been very strong reactions coming in after this, crucial decision?
Absolutely. That is the point. I think they have informed the officials to favor the South Korean boxer, to just hang on there, the boxers to just hang on there in the ring. Actually, the bout must have finished in the second round itself, because the other boxers, the Korean boxers, were getting lots of punches. But unfortunately, she dragged to the last round, and the favor of that bout went in favor of that.
Right. Thoiba, also, are you in touch with the AIBA officials? What are they saying? What should be the way forward over here? Are you taking this whole matter, keeping in confident the Indian, keeping them in confidence as well?
Absolutely. We have just submitted the protest letter to the technical officials, and the IOA officials also here. They are also begging us. They are saying that there's.
All right, in fact,
we are backing you. We are standing behind you.
Thoiba, I have Boria Majumdar joining us. He wants to take a question with you.
Hi, we have all watched the bout. The third round overwhelmingly belonged to Sarita. Now the question is, have you spoken to the chef commission? Because the review is very, very important, and as much pressure you can exert is very important at this point in time. There is evidence that decisions have been overturned. Absolutely.
Not only the judges who get the point, the review also, conducting in favor of the host country's boxer. He should have stopped that bout in the second round or the third round itself. But they just drag the bout into the last round and finish it, and the verdict went in favor of the South Korean boxer.
Yeah, the question is, even the South Korean boxer was being booed off the ring, because we all watched it on TV. Now, how long should we wait before the review decision comes out? Because the Olympic Council of Asia will have to decide this, the organizers will have to decide this. How much pressure are the Indians putting, not only you at Sarita, but the other Indian contingent members, including the chef commission? How much pressure is being put?
Yeah. We are just doing whatever we can from our side, the officials here, Indian Olympic Association officials, and the boxing officials, and even the other countries are also supporting us. And not only the other countries, even the host countries, supporters, the fans are also, talking in about of, Sarita to the media people here.
Okay.
All right. In fact, Chongdam Thoiba saying thanks so much for joining us with those reactions for the moment. Clearly, Boria, they are trying really hard to try and get this, decision to be reviewed.
You watched that boxing sort of 1 hour. There was another match involving a Korean and a Mongolian. Yet again, the decision went in favor of the Korean. This is a clear problem in boxing that I've been trying to highlight. Everywhere there is an international competition, the host boxers get advantage. This is ridiculous. I mean, the Sarita Devi bout was actually atrocious, because the third round entirely belonged to the Indian. That should have been rated 10-8, if not 10-9 in favor of Sarita Devi. But, all said and done, I have my doubts and my apprehensions whether or not the review will work. Because I've seen in the past, unless you put adequate pressure, that's why I was constantly asking how much pressure is being put. I've seen a review go in favour of the opponent in London. Overnight, a review has gone against, in fact, an Indian boxer. In that case, Vikas Krishan. It went against India in London 2012. Question is, can India pull this one off?
Absolutely.
So
let me talk to Suman Ray, also joining us from Incheon right now. Suman, like Boria was mentioning, at this point, it's very important to see how how strongly does India pursue its case as far as this decision is concerned, the review is concerned, all really depending on India's aggressiveness in the matter?
Well, the first thing is that India should have lodged the protest for review within the half-an-hour period. That period is lost, so it's likely that the review will not be entertained at all. India has, in fact, lodged a protest after 2.5 hours, when I just did an interview with G.S. Sandhu, who is the chief coach, and he admitted that it was a fault and that he was busy with other boxers. Now, if he is busy with other boxers, then there are other lines of officials, the officials and also the coaches under him. They should have gone for it. They were busy all seeing other boxers bouts. So this is one point. Second point is that IBA rule says that the decision against the judges cannot be reviewed. Whether that rule applies in Asian Games, and if it applies, then why did the Mongolian Mongolian protest has been entertained? They protested within 15 minutes of the bout. So clearly it shows that the Indian officials, when at a time when they should have been backed Sarita Devi.
All right, so you're saying they lost that crucial window, the first half an hour, when they should have registered a protest, so chances looking less likely of a review in this particular case. We'll have to really wait and watch to see what happens, but all in all, Sarita Devi has lost that chance to get a gold, and that's not really very good news, really. Boria Majumdar and Suman Ray, thanks so much for joining us with those inputs.